What is up, everybody? I'm NoLucksGiven, and this is Cards Lie, a single-player social deduction game that I've already done 2 videos on, but today I am going to be checking out Nightmare difficulty, which is a variation of Endless Mode with faster difficulty scaling, fewer hints, double villagers, and a 2x score multiplier for whatever that is worth. I'm expecting this to be significantly harder than the game that we have played in the previous videos. Oh, okay. A pair of flautists. That's new. So I think that's what it meant by double villagers. So we are going to have a double flautist, and then we're going to have one additional double claim because of the child demon. Now, how many cards are here? 6 and 6. So all cards are still accounted for. Let's get to flipping. First, we find our cobbler, which says 1 is adjacent to an evil character. Okay, that's very straightforward. It's saying that either 2 or 6 is evil. The monk says greetings. A monk is not supposed to say nothing. So I'm assuming this is also a monk, and this monk is silent. I don't think that we have any reason to have, here's our pair of flautists. So this monk is simply our evil child. Let's get him out of here. All right. Still a fairly easy warm-up village, but it's going to increase in difficulty as we go along. This time, when we see a second monk, they're both good. So this card is always good here. This is our gardener, which allows us to select 2 characters and to learn if any are evil. Sure. Preacher says that 5 is good, so 5 is good. That's a good monk. That's also a good monk. We also have a candle seller, which says that 5 is good, so I actually just kind of already know that this is going to be evil. It's going to be a preacher or a candle seller that points at itself, or a monk that's talking. Yeah, it's a candle seller pointing at itself. I don't need to use the gardener. That is simply our child. One of my problems with the game previously was that it felt like most of the villages were pretty easy, to be totally honest. But we'll see if things ramp up here. The priest is disguised and corrupted, but villagers do not recognize it as evil. We have a monk. We have a soldier. Select one character. If that character is evil, kill them. If corrupted, kill that character no matter what. Okay, I was kind of hoping that we would have a soldier double claim. I wonder if the soldier can select itself. But even if it can't, I think I'm just going to have the soldier select the monk or something. And then these are all going to not be double claims. Yeah, we've got 2 good monks, a judge, and a cobbler that are both good. So here's the thing. We know that this monk is good. If this soldier can kill them, that means that this soldier's the bad one. I do actually lose a heart for that. I was curious about that because I just killed a good character. Even though I did it with an ability, I have now lost a heart. But that means that this soldier... Wait, why could this soldier not kill the second soldier? Oh, because it doesn't count as evil. Oh, that's so silly. Okay. So the priest was able to sneak by for a second there, but we were onto them. We knew what was going on there. Now we have another priest village, 2 girl with skull kites, and then some other stuff. So let's take a look. The thing that makes this easy until you get to some like trickier demons later on in the game is the demon is going to be the only thing double claiming. So here we have 2 candle sellers. So we know that there are no good characters. You could have pointed at anybody. You could have pointed at yourself. That's what this candle seller did. So that's so silly. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, I realized, because you can't point at yourself because everyone is good, including you registering as good because you're the priest. But yeah, the game feels like pretty easy initially because all you have to do is look at the double claim options. But I'm hoping that in this nightmare mode, things start to ramp up. So what's our double claim? The gardener. So let's ignore the gardeners, except there's 3 of them. So one of these 3 gardeners is going to be evil, and now we could actually fail. This girl is pointing at 3 and 6, and the evil is the child. So it's got to be between 3 and 6. Let's see if this gardener's lying. They're telling the truth. Okay, that's enough for me to hear. I have found our child. No double claim here, but we have the twins. No double claim here, right? Yeah. Okay, but we have the twins, which is disguised and corrupted, and start of the game disguises a villager, which means now the double claim doesn't have anything to do with the twin. It does, yeah, because like, so you'll see. We'll flip it over here. So basically, what do we have? We have 2 jesters and we have 2 jugglers. Okay, because we have 2 double claims, one of those 4 will be the twin. So let's find that first. On use, unsilence a random character. If corrupted, silence a random character instead. That's not going to get us anywhere. Select 2 characters, learn if any are evil. Sure. Let's start by using the jugglers. So one of those 2 jugglers is evil. So if we just use the jugglers on the 3 that we know can't be bad, this one says there's no liars. And this one's going to say like there's 2 liars. Wait. Wait a second. Juggler, jester, grandmother, flautist. Huh. Okay, I think something actually kind of crazy has happened here. I think that the twin has disguised the grandmother as a juggler. Because both of these jugglers are telling the truth, and the twin needs to lie. Which means one of these 2 was formerly the grandmother, and now one of these 2 is the twin. We can still use the jester to do this. There are 3 evils, and you're going to tell me there are 0 evils, right? Yeah, okay, so it's this jester. And that was the grandmother. That is really unique, to have the self-outing role, which is like the recluse in Blood on the Clock Tower, the wretch in Demon Bluff, or the... I forget the name in Dupery. It's like handcuffs or something. But to have that role also disguising, Dupery can actually do that occasionally, but that is very tricky. Now we've got the prophet. This is like the opposite of the priest. Now 2 random villagers are going to be considered evil. And I think the maid is also new to me. Announce how many evil characters I am adjacent to. Oh, okay, that's like an empath ability. We've got a tailor, a maid, which is adjacent to 1, a juggler, a candle seller pointing at itself. I don't love that. A self-silencing widow, a flautist, a gardener, and a gardener. So the only double claim here is the gardener. So I would believe that the gardeners have to be our evils. Now, why is the maid saying that? Oh, the maid is saying that because some characters will just register as evil. So the maid's speaking the truth. She just happens to have sort of corrupted information. Let's use... Oh, that's tricky. Because things can misregister. Okay, here's what we do. We use the gardener and we check the maid's neighbors. And one of them is evil. And are you going to tell me they aren't? But they aren't, but they should register as evil, but you don't see that, or you're lying to me about that because you are the prophet. That was kind of a cool puzzle too, and I think a unique way to the solution. I think that on the surface, this game is very easy, very comparable to Demon Bluff, of course, but does add some interesting texture. The other texture added in here is the hint cards. When we're clearing these villages, we're gaining hint cards, which can help us solve these puzzles. I haven't really needed to dive into those too much just yet, other than, like, if I really mess up, or if, there are cards that also care about the hint cards that like interact with them in different ways. So this is a twins plus a child, and this is going to be a widower, and then no other double claims. We do have a speaking monk here though, so that'll probably be the first place I investigate. And then we have a pair of gardeners, but the gardeners, so this is what I didn't really get to say earlier. This monk, probably bad. However, the gardeners could actually both be good because they could be a villager. Like, one could actually be the gardener, and then one could just be another villager that has to look like a gardener right now, which means it is actually possible for one of these to be the child. For the first time, a demon can be not in a double claim. On use, gain a hint card. Sure. Okay, we gained a hint card. You're in the clear. Let's kill this monk. That's our child. And let's use the gardener on the child. So I think both of these gardeners just check out. Okay, I buy it. 4 and 8 also look good. So this could be the widow. Let's see if either of these gardeners are lying. Oh no, we just have to select one card. Let's see if the child is lying. The child is telling the truth, which means you are lying. If this had said the opposite, then we would have had to investigate the widow, but there was an example here of the twins not in a double claim, and that is definitely where the game can start to get a little bit trickier. Here's another tricky demon, disguised, but not corrupted. One of the ways I've been finding demons is by looking at the double claims and seeing which one has bad information. Now I won't be able to do that because we are going to have 2 girls with eyes on palms. Very weird names in this game for sure. But both of these girls are going to tell the truth. Oh. Huh. Okay, well, this one's silence, but it doesn't matter because they're both going to tell the truth anyways. What we need to know is which one is evil. And this... Oh, wait, there's 2 shepherds as well. Why do I have 2 shepherds? Wait, there's a 9-card village. Yeah, no, it's supposed to be a 9-card village. Shepherd girl. Oh, the raven is also a baddie. Oh, I did not realize that. Ah, villager effects cannot give you hint cards. This might be new. I've probably seen the raven like once. So between these 2 shepherds, one is evil. And between these 2 girls, one is evil. This shepherd is pointing at 1 and 6, which both cannot be the demon. So this shepherd is always good. I'm sorry, this shepherd is always telling the truth. It could be the ghost. At which point, this one is also good in telling the truth about 3 and 8. Oh, no. I think it's simply 3 and 8. But wait. No, because this candle seller is clearing 8. And this boy says I'm not next to a liar. So I think 3 and 8 are good. And now I think this is the ghost, and this is our raven. Can I see if a silenced character is lying? And what does the girl do? Select one character, silence them, announce if they are evil. I don't know if that really helps me, because I think these were always on opposite teams. But I think that this is evil. And I don't have any way to unsilence this, right? Can I use this on a silenced character? They're lying. Yeah, I think this is our ghost telling the truth. And this is our raven. which was lying but silenced. So we never even got to see the lies. Up to round 10 now, we have a Puppeteer, which start of game corrupts a villager. Another new mechanic here. And we also have the Ghost, which is going to be a non-corrupted demon. Select 3 characters, announce if they have anything in common. I'm confused about exactly what that means, to be totally honest. We also have a tailor, a blacksmith, which says no characters share similarities. Well, I don't know what this means, but there's no way that's true. Blacksmith is definitely going to be, yeah, one of these double claims. 3 and 6 have something in common. Is it that simple? This is our evil team? The reader. Well, they both have the word, like, I don't know. I don't know what this means. Have something in common. But our other double claim is the alchemist. Oh, I know what they could have in common. This reader could be the corrupted villager from the Puppeteer. The alchemist is the double claim. This blacksmith is clearly the baddie. Let's get him out of here. That's our puppet. And now we need to find our ghost. And the ghost is not corrupted. So both of these are going to have the... are both going to be truthful for us. Trigger the effect of a random hint targeting that character. Okay. I think we can just use the girl with eyes on palms here. Use it on the alchemist. They're good. So this alchemist is our evil ghost. And I do believe that it means that this reader has to be corrupted. Though I don't believe that there's any way to, like, check my work after the fact. So we'll move along here. I'll probably play for like another 10 minutes. We'll see how difficult things get in that time and what round I can get up to. Now we've got a prophet and a ghost, so disguised but not corrupted, and then 2 random villagers are going to be considered evil. So there's going to be 3 cards that are considered evil but tell the truth, which is kind of tricky. However, the demons are going to be the ones in double claim, so that'll at least be somewhat easy to spot. We've got 2 weavers. I'm not sure how to, differentiate between 2 different weavers. And then we have 2 jesters. So if we use both of the jesters on the same thing, then we've potentially found our ghost. One is disguised between 6, 8, and 9. So between 6 and 8, one is disguised. That makes sense. 6 is adjacent to an evil character. I think that just has to mean that this jester is evil. Oh no, it could mean that the fisherwoman or the jester is registering as evil. Yeah, that's tough. Oh wait, we have a pair of fishermen. We are supposed to have a pair of fisherwomen, though. So both of these fisherwomen are good. We can unsilence a random character. Sure, let's start there. And the widower just tells us 9 is evil. So 9 is registering as evil, but they're actually good. Is adjacent to an evil character. I'm thinking about like using the jesters on these 2 plus this one could be interesting. The problem is like if these jesters... I almost want to kill both of the weavers first and figure out if we're dealing with a ghost or the prophet among these jesters. Let's start by using an alchemist on this weaver, and we are going to get among 9, 1, and 4. There are 0 demons. Yeah, okay, that doesn't tell me anything. So I could use a card here, or I could kill both of the weavers. I just don't really understand how the weaver's ability works, but let's just try... Wait, there are 0 demons. That doesn't mean that there's 0 evils. In fact, we know that 9 is going to be considered evil right now. Let's do 10, 1, 2. They have something in common. 10, 1, 2. They have nothing in common, which means all that we know now is that these two are giving us different readings, which means we've found our ghost. So both of these gestures are going to give us true information now, and we can split up that information to actually find our evils, because they're both going to tell us the truth. So what I'm thinking here, I'm thinking we use this. We're going to do these one at a time. I'm not going to use them for the same pieces of information. This jester is going to check 9, 7, and 6, I think. Yeah, let's start with this. There are 3 evils. Yeah. So we know that this information is true, which means that this weaver has to be the wrong one. Also, yeah, I mean, it seems like these probably have something in common, right? They're all good. They're all not disguised. The fact that this gave us 3 evils, I'm actually tempted to hit the exact same things. The only thing, I would actually like to clear this jester using a potential ghost, because I'm not sure if this is simply registering as evil or actually evil. But let's try this now. There are 2 evils. Okay, so it just has to be 6, 7. This is just a very funny village, obviously, and that's the solve. Priest, villagers don't recognize it as evil, and child, which is the basic. Child's the basic one. Okay, cellist, I am not next to a disguised character. Ooh, the thief. We haven't seen that yet in this video. And there it is twice, of course. 0 characters silenced. Oh, the sparrow does silence evil characters. Oh, okay. And it didn't silence this thief, but I can still kill this thief for cards if I want to. And then was our second double claim, the soldier. So I do believe this thief is good. This thief is bad. So I'm going to use the soldiers to kill the thieves. And you cannot kill 5 because you're good. Or these are both evil together. Wait a minute. I just realized the priest doesn't count as evil. Might have been a mistake. Okay, let me just get a little bit more information. 5 is adjacent to an evil character. No, yeah. That's just really insane information. So this is evil, this is good, which is why it couldn't kill a good thief. But both of these thieves might register as good. Oh, I'm not next to a disguise character. I think this is our evil thief. So I'm going to use one evil to kill the other one now. That is the priest, but you can still kill it because you are actually thinking that this priest is good and you're evil. So I can kill this soldier to end this village, but I can also kill this thief just to grab a card. And then we can kill the soldier because that's our child. That gives us some extra hint cards, which I have not been using, but we're grabbing them here regardless, and we'll figure out something to do with them later, potentially. I think we can make it to round 15 in this video. That'll be a reasonable runtime. And here we have a pair of girls, but we should only have one. And our evils are girl with doll, which is disguised, but not a demon. Oh, these are just in a weird order. No, our demons are the cracked doll and the child. The cracked doll corrupts any hints that target it, and the girl with eyes on hands is one of our double claims. The milkman is one of our double claims as well. Boy is not next to a liar. Wait. Oh, a second boy? Oh, because the girl with the twin doll. Oh, that's why it's there. Just so that way you don't miss it. So of these 3 double claims, I think that the boys have to be the girl with the doll, because they're both telling the truth. There's no liars in any of these spaces. Yes. Okay. So the other double claims have to contain the cracked doll and the child. Silence them. Announce if they are evil. Unsilence them. Oh, that's really interesting. One was not corrupted. Let's try to do this. They're good. Can I... An odd board space holds an evil character. Sure. Let's silence this now. You're going to tell me that's evil, but I don't believe that. So you're probably bad, but can I start to unsilence them? No, you're actually going to silence this one, which just means it's 2 and 3, right? That's our cracked doll, and this should be our child. That was an easy one, I think. And now we are on to 14. I don't remember how far I got in the previous video and at what point it started to feel a little bit more difficult. But the three-eyed crone is definitely one that makes it a little bit more difficult because she does some crazy stuff. So, disguised and corrupted, all witch and magician villagers are corrupted. That includes the grandmother, the magician. We don't have either of those. We do have girl with eye on hands. We've got 2 of those, and they're both going to be corrupted. We also don't have apprentice, don't have alchemist, don't have crone. So both of our girls with eye on palms are going to be corrupted. I'm adjacent to 1 evils. Okay, there's a girl and a juggler. 8 was not corrupted. There's another girl. 1 and 9 have something in common. I don't trust these 2. Start of the game, adjacent characters are considered evil. If corrupted, don't affect adjacent characters. Oh, this is new to me. Adjacent characters are considered evil. Huh. It's like a grandmother, just a little bit different. And there's a juggler. I don't know what it means when it says I don't trust these 2. But that's all we've got for right now. A second juggler is a double claim, so that needs to be investigated. A shepherd says that 6 and 10 are good. And 8 was not corrupted. Uncorrupt the opposite character, announce if it was successful. I see. And then another shepherd. So this shepherd is the corrupted evil one, and they're telling me 7 and 9 are good. Yeah, that's just going to be bad. Now, why is this maid saying I am adjacent to 1 evils? Because the prophet has made it seem like there's some evils. So this girl should tell me that this is good, and this girl should tell me that this is good. Yeah, that's the thing, is like when you know information is corrupted, that's actually even more powerful than if there's some ambiguity. But I just knew that it was corrupted, so we could just flip that information there, and that was a pretty easy solve. Grandmother, no. Magician, no. Girl with the eye on the palms, no. Wait, this is girl with eye on hands. Okay, I thought I was going crazy, but she says girl with eye on hands. The character is called girl with eye on palms, but whatever. Apprentice, no. And Crone, no. So the three-eyed Crone has done nothing, by the looks of it. Double checking. Seems to be the case. Okay, so we've got twins, and we've got a three-eyed Crone. Twins are a tricky one, so we can't take it for granted. But what are... Oh, wow. Oh. Twins actually are both good. Did a boy cure some twins? No, that's the wrong boy. Okay, both of these bakers are good. Twins made a pair of good, non-corrupted bakers, so let's not investigate there. We've got a pair of blacksmiths. We can just kill both of them. But we will also have a twin among all of these cards that we'll have to sort out. Candle Seller telling me Glassblower is good. Means that the Glassblower is just good. On death, kill adjacent characters. Oh. I'm kind of curious to try that out. Because I'm curious if, like, I just lose when that happens. If you just, like, immediately lose all of your life. So 4 and 5 have something in common. No characters share similarities is crazy. It's probably just has to be this blacksmith. If 4 and 5 share something in common and 5 is next to a liar, that means that this innkeeper is a baddie. What do they say about the baker? Say they're a baker. How do 4 and 5 have something in common? I am next to a liar. Huh. I don't know what this in common stuff means, really. The idea that no characters share similarities when there's 2 identical bakers, though, is obviously crazy. So there's our Crone. And the gardener selects 2 characters, learn if either are evil. How could these 2 have something in common? So what is this card actually, or what is this card actually? The twins. Start of game. Start of game. When targeted. I'm trying to think if, like, yeah, like the actual cards could have any weird things in common. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm just going to use the gardener on the boy and the gardener. And we learn that the boy is evil. Why is the peddler having something in common with the boy? It's twins. I'm not sure. The boy's saying they're next to a liar, but they're not. They're the liar. I'm not sure, but I'm going to kill the boy. It's the twins. I don't know what was going on with this blacksmith. I don't fully understand the something in common mechanic. Well, I was going to say... I was actually thinking of saying, let's do one more to finish it off, and we're actually seeing a brand new character, though, ooh, it's a disguised and corrupted, but not demon, and then we have 3 demons, so after 15 is where we are going to start to see a definite jump up. Okay, well, then maybe we'll play around here for a second. The 3-eyed Crone can corrupt the grandmother, no, the magician, no, the girl with the eyes somewhere, no. Apprentice, no. Alchemist, no. And Crone, no. Crone has done nothing. Cracked doll, can't use cards on it. Raven says we cannot gain hint cards. Sure. And then we've got the girl with the rabbit mask. 3 evil characters are face down. Yeah, I mean, that's always the truth. We just flip this at an unlucky time. We find the jester. We find another jester. We find out that 9 is evil. A tailor. 1 is evil. That has to be a lie. This could be from the girl with the rabbit mask, but it is certainly a lie. 8 and 1 are good. I think that's probably always the truth. Reveal all previous hints that were corrupted. 5 evil characters are face down. I'm just going to kill this one. That's our crone. And another shepherd pointing at the crone. So I think we'll just have to kill. And if we find the girl with the rabbit mask, I apologize, but this is a lie. And there she is. So now I cannot make another mistake or we're done. But there's no corruption other than the demons at this point. So if this isn't a double claim and giving us the wrong information, it has to be a baddie. That's the cracked doll. The shepherd tells us 1 and 8 are good. This is our good shepherd. And now we've got the jesters. So can either use the jesters on a bunch of goodies or a bunch of baddies. Let's do it like, let's just use it on a bunch of goodies. 0 evils. 3 evils. Goodbye, Raven, and I think we'll call it there unless we find something new in this village. No, we've seen all of these things before, but I am curious. It's definitely a lot trickier than it was at the beginning of this video, so if you want to see more of Cards Lie, let me know in the comments down below and leave a like and subscribe. But for today, that is going to be it for me. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm NoLucksGiven. Peace.